Hello there, I'm Yvonne de Celis coming to you on YDCtv. Today I'm going to show you something that's not going to be super short. It's a few different exercises, and this is one that I've gotten a request for. I also am doing this for my husband. He's having problems with his eyes. He mentions astigmatism, and he also said something about an eye twitch. And I thought of this. This was something Donna Eden did. It was, I think, the 31-day eye challenge, and there were a bunch of really good exercises, and they just had people doing the same exact set of exercises every day. And I got really good feedback, and I also tried the exercises myself out and did a bunch of them, and I found that they helped quite a bit. I think they even improved my vision a little bit. So, not making you any promises. I can't guarantee you that you're going to get the same results that I did or that other people did. But if you have any sorts of eye troubles, or if you just want to know how to deal with tired eyes, taking care of your eyes, think of this as preventative. These are all really good. So I'm going to start with the very first one. I just have it all jotted down because I don't want to forget to tell you anything. Some of these things I don't consider exercise, I consider it prep work. The very first thing you want to do is the K27 points, which to get to those, you trace your collarbone all the way to the front of the chest, right where it almost meets, and then drop your fingers down just a little bit, down and out, and you should feel two little soft spots. Most people have soft spots under their collarbone here. You may not, but most people do. You should be able to feel a slight difference. You want to massage those points. Massage them vigorously. This does a number of things, but for the eye exercises, what this is supposed to do is help send energy up behind your eyes. You can do these points together, you can do them one at a time, you can do them with one hand, one finger on each point. Just do it for a few seconds. I mean, let's say for just about 4 breaths. So let's take 4 breaths right now. I'm going to go back to 2. I'm just going to do the second breath because I've been doing this for a while. So again, you just want to do this for a few seconds, and then when you're done, again, just 3 or 4 breaths. What you want to do next is rub your hands together. And the reason we're rubbing our hands together now is because we want to heat our hands up. We want to make our hands warm. So just rub them together. I'd say for 30 seconds to a minute. That should be more than enough. Again, the primary goal here is to get the hands warm because the next step is to cup your eyes. You don't have to touch your eyes, but you want to put your warm hands over your eyes. You can either keep your eyes closed or you can open them, but you want to keep the heat on them. So just keep your hands nearby. You don't need to touch your eyes. You can have your hands on your cheeks and on your forehead with just holding the heat over your eyes. And again, your eyes can be open or closed. Just feel the heat coming onto your eyes and relaxing them. That can be very helpful for tired eyes. It can also help with preventing headaches. So that's the next one. After you're done warming your eyes up, the next thing we're going to do is the pinch and pull of the eyebrows. So starting right here, you're going to just start literally pinching and pulling. It's a little uncomfortable. Doesn't feel great doing this, and it doesn't look great either, but again, you're just pinching and pulling. I'm trying to come a little closer to the camera so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. But again, so just pinch and pull, pinch and pull. And when I say pull, I don't mean up, I mean just pull out a little bit. It's a little uncomfortable and it looks a little strange, but that's another really good one. When you're pinching and pulling, it helps with wrinkles, it helps avoid frown lines, it also helps bring energy to the back of the eyebrows, which leads to the next thing. Now that you've done the pinch and pull on the eyebrows, we're going to do little baby pinches. This one doesn't hurt. Don't pinch to the point of pain. You're just doing little baby pinches with your index finger and your thumb. Light little pinches, very soft. It shouldn't hurt. You should barely feel it. You're going to be pinching all along the lids. So again, just little light pinches. It shouldn't hurt. It should be a very, very light sensation. But this is another one that just makes room between your eyelids and your eyeballs. It makes room for more energy to go to. So you just want to do a little bit of pinching. Just get all around between the eyebrow and your eyelashes. All around, do those little pinches. And then that's it. And now the next one after the baby pinches, the eye roll. This one actually makes me a little dizzy. I'm going to do it a little slowly. Bear with me while I take a sip of my magnetized water. Okay, once again, trying to keep hydrated here. But okay, so the eye roll, basically you're taking your eyes, and this is an eye exercise, so I'm going to get close to the camera. What you want to do is move your eyes to the left, up, right, and down. And you're going to just start rolling your eyes around. So right now my eyes are going clockwise. And you're just going to do that a few times. And then you're going to switch and you're going to start going counterclockwise. So again, it's up, side, down, side, up. If you need to, if you need help, if you have a hard time doing that without an actual visual cue, you can use your hand, you can use your finger, just move your finger around in circles and follow it with your eyes, not with your head. Just have your eyeballs do all the movement and then just switch the direction around. And then the next thing you're going to do after you've done the eye rolls for a little while, I'd say again for maybe a minute, 2 minutes, now you're going to look at figure eights. So I'm actually tracing a figure eight with my hand and I'm making my eyes follow my finger in a figure eight. You do not need to trace a figure eight. If you want to, you can try to just watch the figure eight figure with your eyes without actually tracing it. So again, that's up to you whether you want to actually have something as a visual cue or if you feel like you can do it without the visual cue. The most important thing here is you're just looking at a figure eight pattern in front. And this is also for about a minute or two. Once you're done with this, we're going to actually trace figure eights around our eyes. You can touch your skin, you can go away from your skin. I actually like to touch. I like to trace and actually feel my fingers doing this. So I'm actually just drawing a figure eight with my fingers around my eyes. And I'm just going to do this for a little while. If you don't want to touch your skin while you're doing this, you can keep your hand away from yourself if you want to. It doesn't have to be touching. Again, the most important thing here is that you're doing a figure eight. You don't have to follow this figure eight with your eyes. You're actually just tracing. You're not actually following. This is not an eye exercise. This is just tracing the figure eight around the eyes. You don't actually have to watch what you're doing as you're doing this last one. And again, this is just for a minute or two. And once you're done with the eights, don't forget on occasion to rub your hands together and shake them out. That way, if you pick up any negative energy in your hand chakras, it'll help you wipe that negative energy out. Again, just looking at my notes because I don't want to forget anything. We did the figure eight, we did the follow-up, we did the figure eight trace. I think we've done almost everything. There's only one thing left to do. We did the figure eight trace, we did the following the figure eights with the eyes, we also did the actual tracing the eights on the eyes. The very last move is called the eyelid tap, which literally is a tap. You take your index finger, put it across and over your eye like this to your nose, and then you just start tapping. You can start here or you can start at the nose. You just start tapping on the finger. Not super hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. Just light taps. This is another good one. Just go back and forth, and then when you're done with that eye, switch to the next one. And I'm just going to start here and start tapping. Just tap out, back in, back out. One of the women who did this exercise, she said she liked to think of this particular one as she said, I like to think of this as me sending Morse code to my brain. So I'm also sending my brain messages. I don't know if she verbally sent the messages, but she said she would do things like, okay, you're awake. Tap, tap, tap. This means it's time to wake up. So this might be a good energy healing routine to put in your toolkit if you have an energy healing routine you do in the mornings. As you can see, this was a fairly quick one. That's all the exercises that I can remember anyway from the eye challenge, but those are pretty much all of the exercises for your eyes. Don't forget to blink on occasion, and also don't forget to stay hydrated. Staying hydrated will help your eyes too, because you don't want your eyes to dry out. I really do hope that helps you. Please let me know down below. Also, subscribe to my channel if you're interested. There should be a red ball on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen right now. I believe it's going to be right around in this area somewhere over here. If you click that, it's free to do. It'll subscribe you to my channel, which means YouTube will give you occasional notifications when I make a change or if I put a new video up. I say occasional because if you click subscribe, a little bell will show up next to that. And if you click the bell, little lines will show up on either side of the bell, which means you'll get notified anytime I make a change to my channel. And to be honest, I don't recommend you do that unless you don't mind YouTube bothering you constantly, because it will. But anyway, if you don't have time for any interactivity at all, I get that. I really appreciate you coming and taking the time to watch my video, and I want to let you know I'll definitely be back for more, or with more, I should say. Please, if you have any requests, questions, anything you'd like to see me do, just leave it down below in the comments. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down, anything you want. Any interactivity is good. And again, if all you had time for was watching me do this little video blurb, I really appreciate it. Namaste, peace and light, and I will be back in a few days with more. Thank you so much once again. Bye-bye.